Chapter 12, God Scale. Well, it's almost 4 in the morning here, man. Let's have a look-see here at what we've got going on. Hey, look, money. More money. Alright, so not that much in the way of bonds here, it doesn't seem like. The rewards that I get, is it for clearing the map? No, it's for immediately. I think that... Wait, was the Mauler a thing I got during the last map? What was the axe that I was... Hold on, a hot ticker here. Let's watch this current stream back. Not too long ago, when I was on that screen, Mauler axe. Yeah, that is the one. So it does just give them to me immediately there. Yep. That was the one. So Mauler. 22 power, no crit. A bunch of weight. So much damage there, though. And I am struggling in the damage department. Like, if I save scum for a crit, it's not too bad. But... yikes, you know? Oh, that's not an extra decimal point that I normally have. I'm dumb. I'm at 31k right now, and I've been in, like, the 10s for a decent while now. I was at, like, the 20s, I guess, range before. Take off that weight. And then add the crit. Crit steal plus 10 damage. I think if I'm critting. Crit plus 20 when enemy is at full HP. I mean, like... that would also patch up the accuracy. I'm gonna get doubled all the freaking time. That. As is, I'm probably already gonna get doubled all the freaking time. Gotta bring down the weight or something. Oh man. Yeah, 11's definitely on the lower end here. Oh. So much damage though. Here, do that, and then, sure, that. Drunken Mauler of Death. Sure. Sure. Oh, my real speed is there, 8. Yeah, that is still low. Oh, I got you now. I have a crystal focus. If you want a jeweled wand instead, you'll get 10 crit. A little bit less accuracy, 1 more weight. Eh, you're not going to be doubling anyone anyway. Are you on the mark where people are going to double you? Is it going to make much of a difference? Are getting random crits from time to time going to make a difference? And screw it. Yeah, I might have a look through here at some point. Hello, Dog Daytona. How's it going at this hour? I'm probably wrapping things up here pretty soon myself, I think. Yeah, so when he heals, he grants mastery and stuff. Not too bad, just relaxing. Fair enough. Yeah, so he's currently in the Wave Seer thingamabob to create whirlpools. He'll have the 2 allies in a line for 20. Could be kind of nice, and he's just my go-to healy kind of guy then. And utility and stuff. So let's see here. Up an ally, miss healing them for 16 every turn for 2 turns. Also, hello, Martinator. Or Martinator. Wait, how did I see Dog Daytona's message before I saw yours? It literally says the first time chat there. Maybe I saw, like, the box and I assumed that it was, like, a thing from earlier. Because I only noticed, like, the second message, and then I noticed the first message, and my brain is malfunctioning. But yeah. So one of your videos on Xenoblade X, one where you were working on the probes, the original game, like my Semu playthrough, or my recent one with Definitive Edition? because I have a playthrough from several years ago, and I've been in the middle of, well, I mean, original game. Okay, gotcha. So my original 136-part series. The definitive edition, I've since beaten the game and gotten way farther than I did like 3 years ago, but like the uploads are going up, you know, one a day, so it's a little bit slower. So I probably have like way better probe networks than back then at this point, but they'll go up after a bit there. It was a lot easier to work on the probes in the original game because it went by a whole lot faster. Oh, this is 2 range, but in the Switch version, you have to wait like 2 seconds every single time you install a probe, and that's something that really annoyed me about Definitive Edition. Trying to figure out how it all works. In short, it's complicated. It's, I would show, like, my actual Switch here and what it's like, but Your feedback helped my us. Okay, so past me was able to help out, so current me doesn't need to worry about that. I was about to say I would totally just, like, pick up my Pro Controller and, boot up Xenoblade X, because I was about to wrap up the stream here soon anyway, so I'd be like, oh, let's just wrap up Xenoblade X and show a little bit of it. But my Switch is currently set up in, like, the living room, because tomorrow, well, today, it's after midnight, I'm having Easter dinner with my mom's side of the family, and we're gonna be wanting to play some video games and stuff, so it's set up there, so I don't even have my Switch set up here right now. Yeah, is the case. I've since found out even more about stuff there. I can't words. Where's the software? I have a folder up for this thingamabob here. Do I open this thing here? Yeah. So in terms of making optimal networks and, you know, chaining stuff together for bonuses and putting like duplicator probes and booster probes in like key junctions where it boosts several things, that's as far as I'm aware in terms of just like generally figuring stuff out. If you want like the most efficient thing possible, I've since found out since back then. I'm glad to hear that. But if you want like the best help possible, get 300k on storage. Nice. That's better than I even have in my my definitive edition thingamabob right now. But I'm going around the world collecting probes, and then I'll redo my network, and then I'll have something really good. And to make a really, really good efficient network, turns out someone actually made a program specifically for that. It's called Xenoprobes. I just got to like a GitHub page, and it's a thing that you can install. And you mark like what your inventory is. Like, I have this many G1s, I have this many G2s. Like, this is the last time I ran it, what my inventory was looking like. You can set like what the priorities are. By default, it's set to this. Like, let's say you don't care about storage at all, then you can just set this to like 0, and then it won't tell you to put down any storage probes at all. And then like you can say how long you want the program to go, so it'll work a lot faster if you make it do less iterations. Like, let's make it do 100, so that doesn't take all that much. And then it's just like, let's test this out. And then it does a whole bunch of tests, and then it spits out like the most efficient network you can have. And that's what I've been using in my definitive edition playthrough so far. So I'm kind of cheaty-peating a little bit now. But if it's a thing I can do, I may as well do it. So I normally run it at like 2,000 iterations, so it takes a while. So I click save inventory and optimize, and I just leave and like do other things because it takes a little while. And then it tells you just in text here, put this probe at this point, put this probe at this point, put this probe at this point. And this is how I found out that the probe numbering in the game, I thought it's, or the FN site numbering, I thought seemed pretty random. But I found out from this that the order is like furthest left, top left, all the way down the whole row, then the next row over all the way down. That's how it does the numbering, and that's why the why it seems a little bit weird, the FN site numbers. I never knew that before, but I found out when it was telling me stuff in order, and I was like, well, there's 401. How do I find 402? I'm looking all over, and then I couldn't find it. I then found out that it goes like that. And then it just tells you, yeah, put this here, put this here, put this here, and then it just gives you like an amazing configuration and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want something really, really good and efficient, I would highly recommend this program. I've been using it, and it's been like making me some really kick-ass networks and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, then I noticed that you actively stream, so I follow. I hope I catch you on one day. Well, I greatly appreciate that. Seem to get off around 6 a.m. your time, UK. Yeah, it can definitely vary on the day. I mean, you can see the local time here right now. I'm up a little bit late tonight. It's definitely the case. Ignores Steam and like Fire Emblem Binding Blade thumbnails here in the background. But yeah, this is what I would highly recommend when it comes to like probe stuff. And then it's just like, yeah, put this stuff down. If I wanted to make something a bit more efficient, then, you know, tell it to try more things, try more combinations, and find something that's even better. But this is how I've been making my networks. So I'm going to go around and get like more probes, and then I'm going to go in here, update this, and then run it, and then make like a super amazing network is my plan when it comes to Definitive Edition now. So would highly recommend looking up Xeno probes. But yeah, when Definitive Edition came out, I put 70 hours into that game in under 2 weeks. I believe it was 12 days. I put over 70 hours in. And I beat the game. I got through like the new epilogue content. I was like, hey, that was pretty cool. And now it's probably just going to be the kind of thing that I stream from time to time. But yeah, I just went ham on it for a couple weeks here. I'll still pop into it here and there and like do some more affinity missions and other content and stuff like that. I still want to do like the new stuff that's unique to Definitive Edition, the new affinity quests I never would have played. And I'll probably do a whole bunch of it at a LAN event in about 5 weeks time. Mega LAN. It's yeah, it's almost exactly 5 weeks away here. Probably do a whole bunch of it at that LAN event, and that should be fun. But for the most part, I'm just kind of chipping away at a whole bunch of other games here. Because I went so hard on Xenoblade X when Definitive Edition released that it's time to catch up on things here. This is another game that released when I was in the middle of my Definitive Edition craze. So I streamed this like once on the day it released, just because like it was the day it released, so I may as well stream it on release day. And then I just went back on my X craze, and I went all the way through Xenoblade X, and now here I am like catching up on stuff like this. This released a couple of weeks ago, and this is only the 3rd time I've streamed this game. I was way too crazy about Xenoblade X, but that's neither here nor there. What do I want to do for you? Just heal more often? Ooh, that's pretty good. Ooh, I mean 2 range is already pretty nice too. 3 range would be kind of amazing, but 2 range is already really, really nice. And then if I can just like spam this healing thing around, could be kind of nice. So if you're familiar with Fire Emblem, it is a very Fire Emblem inspired game, the original Dark Deity and this title here. It's so the director of the original game and this game was studying economics, and he this is what he told to me several years ago, that he Googled games similar to Fire Emblem, and he didn't see anything that he wanted to play. And then he was like, you know what, I'm going to make it myself, even though his background was in economics and not game design. So he learned to program, did some, I think it was RPG Maker or Game Maker for the first game. I know that it's Game Maker for this one, or whatever it's called. I think it was probably that for both. Figured out programming, got together a team of, I believe it was 6 people? Maybe it was more than that? I don't know, I would have to double check for the first game. And got that out there. It turned into a semi-successful Kickstarter. He got the game out there. It was pretty good. It wasn't without its issues. It was his first time programming a game, and apparently he didn't comment his code at all, he told me. So it was filled with a lot of glitches. When this game was announced, I asked him if he was commenting his code. He was like, a bit. It's what he told me. A lot less glitchy, this game. And, you know, the first game came out, it was pretty fun. It definitely had its fair share of issues, though, and it ended up getting a lot of patches as time went on to help fix things. But it was successful enough that they figured, hey, let's go ahead and make a second. So Dark Deity II ended up being in development here, and it just came out a few weeks ago. I'm enjoying it a lot more than the first game so far. In a lot of ways, it's kind of what I wish Fire Emblem Engage was, where in Fire Emblem Engage, you have, like, your emblem rings that you engage with, and it's, like, a really big thing that you pop, and, like, you may as well only save it for emergencies, because, like, you pop it, you use the turns of it, now you're gonna take several turns to recharge, and what if an emergency situation comes up while it's on recharge, while you've used it earlier? And then I just kept on not using my emblem rings, because I wanted to save them only until I needed them. So I kept on not using them and not being able to engage in them. I greatly appreciate the subscription there, Martinator. Welcome on into Team Enharmonic here. Enjoy a month of the emotes and the sub badge. Not a big fan of Engage there. I have a love-hate relationship with Engage. It's very much the case with me. So, like, the emblem ring powers and stuff like that were really cool, but you know, I kept on saving them just for emergencies because, like, there was a long cooldown. This game instead has mana. I wonder if they did look at Fire Emblem Engage and thought, like, what can we put in here? Or if this was in, like, development before Engage came out, because that was 2023, I think. Just bought Dark Deity 1 and 2. Well, I'll have to let Chip know that my stream is giving successful advertising to his game here and stuff. The mana here, you get 20 back every turn. So, like, every time you end turn, you get 20 of it back. And you have abilities that use different amounts of mana. So for, like, 35, I could put, like, this healing regen on allies. Or for 42, I can put, like, healing on 2 allies in a line, stuff like that. So then I have to ask, like, okay, I'm at 100 anyway, so maybe I may as well use this 42, because then it'll only really cost 22, because I'm getting 20 back at the end of the next turn. Or let's say I only have like 50 mana left, but someone really needs a heal. It's like, do I heal them right now? I'm gonna be down to like almost no mana left afterwards. Couldn't find any other games similar to FE. Well, you and the creator of these games both then. Or at least ones that he was interested in playing. So, from my understanding, Dark Deity 1 looks very different to when I first played it, is what it sounds like. This game, I'm definitely very much enjoying it. It seems like it seems a lot more polished than the first game was, in my opinion. Again, apparently the first game is a very different experience than when I played it. But, I generally enjoyed it, but, you know, a little bit rough. This game I'm enjoying a lot more. And the whole mana system that this game has very much is kind of what I wish the emblem ring system was in Engage, where it's like, I don't have to feel as bad about using, like, my mega ability, because that's what it was in Engage, is like, the mega ability that's going to take a long time to recharge, whereas in this, it's like, hey, you have some things that are more expensive than others, you'll be getting back 20 mana, like, every turn that goes by. What do you want to spend, and how do you want to spend it, you know? So it's like, taking pieces away from this resource pool, as opposed to, you use your entire pool, like in Engage, and then it takes a while, and then you have access to pop that big pool again. So, like, I kind of like the things that were going on with the emblem rings in Engage, but the fact that it felt like a big thing that I had to pop and would take a while to recharge, I kept on not wanting to pop it. But because this game's mana system is all about, like, hey, how much of a chunk do you want to take out of this? I really quite like that. My favorite one to play around with here is Arthur when it comes to, when it comes to mana here. Because this ability will increase how much damage it deals by the amount of mana that I spend. So at the beginning, it still does like a pretty decent amount of damage. But every time I use it, or other things, it'll just get stronger and stronger. So by the end of every map, he's nuking things, and it's so much fun. Which is why, where is the thingamabobs that I gave him here? Rings. I gave him a ring that gives him like 5 more mana, so he could just keep on spamming his thing more and more and spending more and making it hit harder and harder. And then another thing where it's just like every time he spends mana, he gains like more power. He's going to be hitting even harder, which just plays more into that, I presume, here, or maybe just his basic attacks or whatever the heck here. And I'm quite liking building him up to nuke things every map, so that's kind of fun. And he just gets 25 instead of 20 in the first place. And now with that ring, he's getting 30 every turn. So basically, this only costs 15 if I'm getting 30 back every turn, and it's just nice. One of the ways that the creator wanted to set these games apart from Fire Emblem as well is the very open kind of class trees. So, if I remember, it works like this in Dark Deity 1 as well, but it's been several years since that game came out several years ago. It's been a long time since I played it. But I know the way it works here, at least, is from an unpromoted class, you can go into any tier 2 class you want, and then from there, you can go into any of the 4 tier 3 classes you want. So, me going into Scholar doesn't lock me into the next option here. In fact, I think I'm going to go with, I think it's this one, Necromancer. Maybe this is the Necromancer? Yeah, this is the Necromancer. It's underneath Warlock. So, I'm going Scholar into Necromancer because I think the skills there will be, like, really nice together. Alden here, I was going to go from Warlock into whatever that one is. I'm forgetting the name, but I have plans in mind for people. So, it is really quite nice how you can go from, like, anything into anything and kind of strategize and stuff. Kind of have to look these up online since they're not visible at first here, so, you know, I've done what I could here. And it's just kind of fun to mix and match with, like, what kind of passive skills you get, what kind of, like, mana spending skills you have, and I'm kind of having fun playing around with those and coming up with things that make sense. Like, for him, I put him into Scholar, because every time he uses mana, or the amount of mana he uses in the chapter, raises his Fortitude stats, the Fire Emblem equivalent of resistance, so like your magic defense, essentially. And he wants to be spamming mana use all the time anyway, because he hits harder. And then he becomes tankier and tankier as well, at least to magic foes. And then if there's ever any magic foes around, I just kind of send him in there and forget about it. Somewhat. somewhat here. This game is definitely pushing me a little bit with like the restrictions on turn count. Each map has a restriction on like how many turns before it's an automatic loss. So I kind of need to be aggressive. I can't just treat it like Fire Emblem where it's like, yep, bait out this one guy, deal with him. Now bait out the next one guy, deal with him. Now bait out the next one guy, deal with him. I actually need to play aggressively or else I lose the map. And it's kind of pushing me a decent bit strategically, I will say. It's making me think a little smidge here. It's definitely the case. I think I am going to wrap up the night here pretty soon. But I may as well have a look-see at the next map. Give it like a brief go, and then probably come at it next time. And then I'll know like what I'm dealing with and what I can prepare for next time. I think you'll see a little bit of the game here. I'll do that really quickly.
Now knowing the truth,
oh, it's
Gwyn
this first.
decides to forsake her father's mission and protect this
We decide to
divine
protect the big
being from
octopus,
its
who I
would-be
guess you can see on the map there.
As they make their way back to Ford's ship, one thought weighs heavy on her mind. How will she explain all this to Ford?
I didn't remember Ford at first from Dark Deity 1, so during like the last set of cutscenes, I had looked him up and I saw his spray. I was like, oh yeah, him! The drunkard! I remember him.
Some of the lads were taking
Didn't recognize him
bets
at
that you
first.
wouldn't be
It's been
coming
years.
back. They should have known better than to bet against me, eh?
Glad to hear you're in our corner at least.
Unlike the first game, this one
For
is fully
now.
voiced.
Huh? What? You got news for us?
Very
do
much
you?
ramping up the quality in a lot
I
of ways
do.
with this game.
But you may want to sit down for this one. And that's just about everything. Any questions?
Huh. So, you want me to sail to the middle of the Shamik's territory so we can square off against the entire Halfan Navy, led by their most feared admiral, with just the whale?
The whale? And a very angry fish.
Having seen him ourselves, he's more of an octopus than a fish.
Otherwise, yes, that's just about all we ask of you.
Do you mind if we drink before the fight?
No?
Then you've got yourself a deal, lass! Ho ho! I pity those Navy fellas, I do. To face a pirate in battle is one thing, but to face a drunken pirate, ha ha! The fight'll be over before it even starts.
Pity, huh? Yeah. I pity them too.
Gwyn? You alright?
These people. I've walked their streets. I've spoken to their leaders, and now we're betraying them.
The Order is meant to be a neutral party, fighting to protect Varroa. We were never on their side, they just hoped we would be.
A pretty thought, but would Father agree?
Father? Why wouldn't he? Those are our founding principles, are they not?
I suppose you're right.
Then let's quit moping, yeah? It's, you know, bad for morale. My morale at the very least.
All right, Reardon. I'll try to push it from my mind. Captain,
Aye?
we were underground for quite some time. Do you happen to know how long we have until daybreak?
Can't be more than an hour, I'd wager.
Then your boys better drink fast, because the Navy's likely already prepared to leave.
Drinking fast is half these layabouts are good for. Let's break out the rum, lads! We've got a fight to drink to! Ha!
Can I join them?
I quite like the
After what happened
enthusiasm
last time?
with the voice actors.
Please?
No.
Yeah, the deliveries are pretty good. Naja, Halfen Keep.
They're late.
Word is they left early. Could be they're already waiting for us.
Oh, the Shamik got to them.
Yes, well, I'm trying to be optimistic.
It would be such a shame for their journey to end so impersonally. Not to worry, Admiral. With or without the Order's aid, you can still count on Asfarel's support.
Happy to hear it.
Music could probably be a
Excuse
bit
me for a
quieter
moment.
here.
I'd like to give my people a little pep talk before we set out.
By all means. You hope they're dead, don't you? Of course I do. They're a threat to our plans and a consistent thorn in the Emperor's side. To have them excised with no effort on our part would be a blessing, much as I'm loath to be absent for the moment of their downfall.
They would be valuable allies against the Shamik. By your account, they're capable fighters. Just a handful of them were enough to quash an incursion in Britannia.
Do you disapprove of my actions, Viserion? Does your heart ache for the Gritanians who steal our land and butcher our men?
Of course not. But your mission was to take Haven, and only Haven. If you'd stopped at that, your mission would have been a resounding success.
Oh, indeed? Are you implying that the mission was a failure? The same mission that the Emperor saw fit to promote me for? Your sentimentality blinds you to the numbers, Viserion. All of Britannia irreparably weakened in exchange for the lives of a few grunts.
Those grunts are not your pawns! They are Azrael! And your actions got them killed!
Yes, it was a terrible tragedy to be sure. It was not my blade that spilled their blood. All the more reason to want Gwyn Sildarin and her allies to pay, no?
I'm going to gather the troops. Let's hope there'll be enough.
Yes, and go give them a rousing speech while you're there. They've always seemed fonder of you than me.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, the deliveries are really good, but it sounded like Viserion could have been a little bit louder during some of those bits. Lake Halfen fishing, what did
Dawn
it
is
say?
breaking.
Platform, looking
They'll
at my
be
stream.
here soon.
Nothing to do now but wait until they arrive.
Oh, it's gonna be like one of those
We've got a nice view in the meantime.
at sea Fire Emblem maps.
I love a good sunrise.
Thought maybe we just like
It has been a long time since I beheld
stop
that
them at the
sight.
docks, but I know that we
And yet, even
talking about
so,
coming out here.
there is a
It's just-
peace at this hour.
These are the maps I struggle with
I
the
often
most in
wake
these
up
kinds of
early just
games.
to watch it. This land, it's so beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry about, you know.
It's not so bad. You know, you remind me of myself when I was younger. Oh, so full of love for the natural world. Why,
Sorry to interrupt, but we got company. Just spotted port side. Navy ships with Asperilian reinforcement.
I don't see a lot of things I can
They
use to
certainly
naturally
don't
funnel
waste
people.
any time.
Get everyone ready for a fight. If only we'd had the chance to try and convince them.
Elena is a stubborn ox of a woman. She made up her mind about the Shamik long before you came along.
But surely if we just told her that...
You're still going on about this. You made your choice. If you aren't willing to kill for it, you never really believed in it at all. So, what's it gonna be?
We can't let them harm the Shamik.
Then kill until there's no one left to harm it. It's that simple.
She's right, if perhaps unkind. You must steel yourself, Gwyn.
Right. I'm ready. Everyone, get in position.
Alright, I might not be able to clear this map here, but I will have a look-see. Oh, so it's right there! So it's just gonna be chilling there on the map. Oh, it has a health bar! Oh, it's like a protection mission. Heal allied units, win by turn 10. So I have up to turn 14. But I get a bonus if I win by turn 10. And that's how you jump from ship to ship. Huh. So you have to kill all them before they kill the giant octopus. Is there someone else there? Oh yeah, there's two of them. I wish I could zoom for this bit a little bit. See what's actually going on there. That is a lot of ships to jump. So it's kind of like speed run over here and deal with these guys. Defeat boss, yeah, you. Before this health runs out. A little bit of a time limit. I mean, there's already a time limit of a turn count, so I don't really know what the point of this is. But like... May not be a bad idea having you along. I needed some more healers in the last bit. I forgot to do stuff here. I like the idea of that one. Yes. Just heal more frequently. Heal more targets in a line. How often do I have my allies in a line? Here, then I can just use it more frequently. And then the whirlpool, I want to do that more frequently. The range of the ability can target. Ooh, a 2-turn thing. But if I'm trying to bum rush over anyway, then maybe 1 turn is good enough. And I should just be able to use it more often. Did that really go down by 10? I thought I said that it was like 52 before. Or 42 before, or something. I don't know. Now that says 56. 49. Reduce the mana cost of the ability by 10. Oh, it's showing weird numbers because you have the thing that reduces mana cost by 30% is probably what's going on here. I would imagine. So, like, Ford is just gonna be chilling there. I'll give it one quick attempt for funsies, but I don't think that this is gonna work out. My units that can deal with that stuff a little bit better. They're physical attackers. So, there's Saxon. Saxon, get your butt up there. Yeah, I have a bunch of dudes that can deal with magic attacks super well. Physical attacks, not quite so much. That's great. I'll try here. Yeah, this is probably going to be the time that I take time between sessions and grind a little bit and stuff. So I'm thinking. Kill all the units, win by turn 10. Like...
To think the Order would be so dogmatic as to value the life of a beast over the lives of men. Everyone, new plan!
Well...
Anyone on that boat is owed a watery grave. Sink them and then take
a bit more
care of the
complicated
shaman.
than that.
That girl is uniquely skilled at finding the most infuriating course of action, I tell you.
Wonder what happened out here to change her mind.
She was obviously lying from the very first. Treacherous wretch.
I'm not so sure. I'm going to help reinforce our troops.
Oh, no you don't. I've seen what this band can do. You will stay right here and keep me safe.
Not like I can get over there anyway.
That is an order, Viserion.
Have it your way.
Alright. Got elixir of HP and 5,000 gold if you do the optional conditions, it looks like. I can't pass that. That's a 2-tile thing. So, I mean, like... Yeah, the terrain is what's going to make this difficult, I think. This map. So it's going to make things a little bit tricky here. I'll get some damage. Like, I'm very, very grateful for my Ice Wall ability.
Always moving.
Let's say I were to... I can't quite do enough. I mean, like...
Let's let loose.
Can I at all... Out of curiosity. It's almost enough. It's not quite, but it's really dang close. Apply bleed? How much bleed am I applying? Or heavy bleed? Here.
Sick.
Nom nom.
So powerful.
I can always snipe him with Alden, but I don't really think I need to. Over here, meanwhile. Oh, you're 1 to 2 range magical. Wait a second. Wait a hot second here.
They're mine.
Why don't I... And you're 1 range magical. Yeah, so I get my magical kind of units up there. Your defense isn't exactly amazing. You can sort of dodge tank if you need to. Yeah, 48 chance to hit.
I'll see it done.
So, I mean...
It's time.
No, I can't go very far there. Is there any chance that I, move Fortitude? No, I'm gonna go for it. He's probably gonna miss that.
You let your guard down.
So, I mean... Damn, this game.
What is your bidding?
But I mean, like... I don't know, man. Your Healy thingamabob. Here, let's just go ahead and do this.
You are not alone.
But we'll try. Oh yeah, and I can attack at 2 range here, so I may as well take a shot after your fortitude got lowered. I may as well do.
Alrighty.
I don't know. Would it all be worth it to, No. No, I don't think so.
Always moving.
You need me? Happily.
So, I mean, I could, like, super weaken him. Wait a second. Get a bunch of him. I'm gonna try it. I don't think that I'm gonna see this through.
I know just the right spell.
Oh my god, I kill him now that I crit.
I'll have to be careful with this new power.
I'll give like a half-assed attempt here
together.
and just get an idea of what I'm gonna be dealing with
I got
when I do properly attempt it. Probably next stream. All right, just
I got this.
let's skedaddle this way or something. I don't know. Oh, so he attacks too. He did 0 damage though. What the heck? Is that because I'm playing on demonic mode? Please miss. Ooh, nice. Okay. Ow.
It was over before it began.
About that though. Like, I don't do any damage though. But I can tank that better than my physical units, so it's fine. Oh yeah, you can get there. This. Nice. Actually nice. Okay. Yeah, Saxon can deal with that. Oh, he missed. Oh, but the bleed killed him. So it's cool. This is fine. I'm gonna be out of mana if I do this, but I get so many guys. I cannot help myself. Alright, he's gonna have to build up again for a while. Here, I'll get some of his health back, assuming he doesn't miss. Oh my god. Here. Let's do that. That'll make him easy pickings afterwards. Or easy pickings.
Don't be too harsh.
And then say... It's a 50-50! Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just getting a sense of what's going on here. It's getting late. I'm not gonna see this map through. I just wanted to see what's going on in this map. Is all. So these level ups are gonna be undone. These +2s here.
I'll protect you.
So I can't even heal Sax. I'm pretty sure Saxon's
boy.
gonna die. Oh
I
gosh
can
dang it.
probably do better.
I don't know. That's
Listen.
not a super favorable
Listening.
combat forecast here for fun. Oh man. Yeah,
Death
this map
comes.
is going to be a little bit of a struggle is what it's gonna be. And Saxon's gonna die anyway.
follow my
Sure,
lead.
risk it for the hypothetical biscuit. Ow. Yeah.
This is
All right.
not
Well,
bad.
good to know what I'm gonna be dealing with next time here. Might as well load this save. I may as well do. Yeah, so I'm thinking before next time I'm going back to the training map. Going to get a smidge stronger. Oh yeah, I need to or I can just like really think about it and assign it on my own time too. This is what I think I might just do. But yeah, I have been streaming for the past 8.5 hours. This might be my longest Dark Deity 2 stream yet. Made a lot of progress through this game. What chapter was I on when we started here? Before that point even. I think we were on chapter 9. We made it to like chapter 12 or something. Were we on chapter 8? I don't know. Made a lot of progress this stream though. So things are looking good. Next time I'll have a whole bunch of bond built up and like some more levels here and stuff from the trading map, some more funds that I'll invest in some different ways. Because yeah, that next one is looking a bit rough. It's what it's seeming like. But yeah, it is currently 4:33 in the morning. I better get some rest, get up and get stuff sorted out for company to come over, and then probably play a whole bunch of video games with family, and then have a good Easter dinner and stuff like that. Some time with my cousin's corgi that'll be over here, who's super sweet. Well, I was dog sitting for a while before I started this this playthrough here. So she really quite likes me. So play with the corgi a bit. It'll be a good fun time here. But for now, it is getting late. This was amazing progress. Some of these maps, I'm friggin' losing my mind over. Some of them are starting to get really, really insane. But yeah, appreciate you stopping by and subbing and all that fun stuff there, Martinator. I'm gonna head to bed here. No problemo there. Glad to hear that you've enjoyed some stuffs here. But yeah, I better get some sleep now, methinks. So until next time, take care and see you.